And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Guys, we're well on our way towards 26,000 subscribers, so if you haven't already yet, hit that big red button. Please consider doing so, and in return we'll keep you on the straight and narrow with regards to everything Rangers Football Club. Guys, there's just 3 days left, or 3 full days left of the transfer window by the time this video goes up, and Rangers are expected to be signing a player or two before the window shuts. Yes, we have done the bulk of our business, or done the majority of our wholesale changes at the start of the window pretty swiftly, and as I said, players are starting to establish themselves within this Rangers team. A big week ahead of those new players, as well as we do take on PSV Eindhoven in the Champions League playoff round second leg before taking on Celtic in the first Old Firm derby of the season. Now, again, in terms of players who are actually coming into the club, I actually don't know. There has been sort of murmurs of Harry Souttar. But with regards to other signings, it's been very quiet on actual definite links. There was Jake Cooper back in the day, but it does look like he's staying put, and he's not going to be coming to Rangers. But yeah, Harry Souttar, that one seems to get louder and louder as the day goes on. So it'll be interesting to see if we do go in to get him. But I've also said hopefully the Jazz do go get 2 more signings. But this could all depend on what happens on Wednesday night, of course, against PSV. But we should have our options penciled in as to who we want, but I do expect the club to make some signings before the window shuts. Now, Michael Beale did state that he would want to bring at least another player in through the door, but also stated that there are going to be a good few players going out of the door to get game time and chase something else. You know, we already announced to you the other day there that Yanis Hadji had already joined Deportivo Alavés on a 1-year loan deal. Now, he said his goodbye messages. I know it's only a loan, Yanis, but looks like that message means he doesn't want to come back after that, in terms of he's going to try and go out there and put himself into the market and you know, try and earn a move to La Liga, or try and move to Deportivo Alavés, or just try and impress so he can take his career onto not the next level, but to the next stage of his development, if you like. But with regards to other players, of course, Glenn Kamara is in the final stages of negotiating an exit with Leeds United. Leeds United have submitted an official bid. They are just sort of dealing with the sort of personal I think the personal terms are agreed. I think they're just dealing with a few minor bits and pieces, but he is expected to complete a move down to the Yorkshire club before the closing of the window. Now, basically, the club have been sparked into even more immediate negotiations, and this time it is with regards to Leon King. Yes, Leon King, a player who had to play, or you know, ahead of his time, really, a young player that has been lauded within the ranks at Rangers over the years, a player that again was watched by Manchester United, is a player that's highly regarded within the sort of Scotland setup, and is expected to do big things. Look, he is kind of behind in the pecking order if you look at Rangers' sort of centre-back options, and basically the club are now in negotiations with some English clubs over the look of getting a season-long loan. Now, Leon King, as I said, played 24 appearances last year, kind of forced into it. It was probably a situation where he played against Napoli, played against Liverpool, played against Ajax Amsterdam, not due to, you know, merit as such. It was more down to the fact that we were literally down to our skin and bone, and he didn't do too bad in those games. But of course, you know, going up against that opposition in that competition as an 18-year-old is real tough work. And whilst maybe he didn't cover himself in glory completely, you know, certainly he would have learned so much from those games and so much from those experiences. And now, of course, due to our players returning back from injury, his game time has sort of dried up, if you like, towards when Michael Beale came in. Not only that, he had picked up an injury in pre-season, so Rangers obviously see it as the best for both parties if he goes out on a season-long loan. As I said, I think he was 19 years old now or something like that, so super young. Already got a load of games under his belt for Rangers Football Club, and now it's just a situation of him just going out on a season-long loan to the Championship or to the League One and trying to impress down there, and as I said, just try and get game time. I don't think this is a player that we're trying to get rid of long term. I think he's a player that Rangers do see as a future sort of starter, a player that can come in. As I said, was sort of linked with Manchester United. Manchester United, watching him over a long period of time, has got that experience of the Champions League already, which will stand him in good stead. But now, for him, it's all about game time. It's just getting out there, getting game time, and really impressing. And that's something that's going to be hard to come by here at Rangers. So we're going into a season now where we can give chances to youth, but he's at a level now where he's played 24 appearances last season. He needs to kick on and play even more games to really progress his development. So yeah, it does look like he will be going out on a season-long loan. As I said, Rangers are in negotiations with a handful of English clubs over a move. That one should be ironed out before the end of the window. So interesting stuff there with regards to King. King's a decent guy. As I said, I wish him all the best for his loan. In terms of the actual club and the confirmation of the deal, I will get that one up to you a bit later on as soon as I get even more information. But with regards to the latest, he does look like he's going out on a season-long loan down to England. Again, just to finish this off, guys, as I said, we're coming up to the old Champions League qualifier, and as I said so many times, PSV fans have been PSV fans, it's not even been the fans to be fair, it's been PSV players running their mouth with regards to Rangers and what we're all about. And their Dutch World Cup winning legend basically came out recently. He's called Wim van Hangedem. Wim van Hangedem. Sorry, I'm purposely butchering his name just because why not? But basically he said this about us. By now we know that Rangers cannot play football. He said, by now we know that Rangers cannot play football, but within a year PSV have played them 3 times and failed to beat them once. I'm curious to discover if PSV will again field a player facing their own goal again. They call it building from the back. The keeper plays a ball to a defender, someone keep it on him, and the ball eventually gets yanked forward anyway. After that game at Ibrox, Joe Vim said Rangers could only shoot balls in the stand. But a year ago he said Rangers won despite not having a single shot on target, and that was unfair. PSV were only in the Europa League. This is a game for the riches of the Champions League, and PSV are giving goals away because they're keen to show who can play football. They pass out from the back and swarms of Scots attack them. It's the wrong way to play against Rangers. So yeah, motivation on the changing room door for Wednesday. But yeah, basically take that quote. By now we know that Rangers cannot play football. Thank you, Wim van Wandegem, whatever your name is. Sorry, 2 seconds. I actually don't know his name. Sorry. Wim van Hangem. There you go. Maybe that either shows my ignorance to football back then, or Dutch football back then, which I know was a great instigator towards the football we have now. But yeah, I've never heard of him, so yeah, whatever. Rangers fans, that's all I've got for you today, guys. Do let me know your thoughts on Leon King and his move. Do you think it will do them the world of good, or do you see a world in which he does break into the first team going into next season and beyond, or do you think he's just going to be one of those sort of other Rangers Youth Academy players that just never really make the cut? And as I said, let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below. That does bring us into today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.